Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Today we are going to be talking about how to get more reviews on your book on Amazon. Now, I am Ashley, the owner of Shut Up Publishing, and we help authors get from the page to the people with efficient and effective marketing strategies. So I am excited to report that I recently got, well, it's been a little bit, but I've gotten over 200 reviews on my Daniel Fast journal. It's a devotional, 21-day devotional, and it's a book that I'm actually getting done in audiobook now as well. And so I was just checking, and I don't really look at I look at the reviews just to kind of check them out, but I was like, I need to talk about this because I'm finding that authors have a hard time with getting reviews. And so I said, okay, let me see what I can do to help people out. So, today we're going to talk about ways that you can get reviews and what to do to not get your reviews blocked, because there are certain things that you do not need to do in your review. You have to be very careful, or I'm sorry, to get the reviews. You have to be very careful because Amazon does have policies that you need to abide by if you are wanting to use the platform to get reviews for your book. And also, I'll share some tips to increase reviews to get people to actually post a review, because I know that can be a challenge. And so wherever you are watching from, let me know where you are located in the world and what questions you have about getting reviews. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Now, before I do that, I do want to share that I'm hosting a more extended, deeper dive summer sales series, including marketing masterclasses. And so if you're interested more in this topic of getting sleeper sales on Amazon, which is what I like to call it, where you wake up and see your sales, getting book orders, working with different organizations to be able to sell your books in the hundreds or thousands of copies, as well as knowing exactly who you're selling your book to, because your book is not for everybody, which I'll be talking about in another video. Everything ain't for everybody, and that's okay. And so if you're interested in those topics, then definitely check out the summer series. I'll put the links in the description of this video, but I'll also put it in the chat for you as well. Hey, Jenny, thanks for tuning in from New York. And hey, Christina, thanks for tuning in as well. All right, so getting these reviews. Now, like I said, I recently just got, I'm up to 222 reviews on my Daniel Fast journal. And this is a book, for context, that came out in December 2020. And so right now, at the time of this recording, it's July 2024. So it's a little under 4 years old. And so I was able to get those reviews. Now, the first way to get more reviews is to simply ask for them. And I know you might think, okay, well, duh, I need to ask for the reviews. But some people don't. Some authors, from what I'm finding, that the authors that I work with, or authors that I'm just kind of interacting with, is that we as a people are scared to ask for reviews. And I know most of the authors I work with, they're a little bit more introverted. They're a little bashful. They don't want to inconvenience people. They don't want to make a big deal about themselves. And you're a big deal. It's a big deal that you have this book. It's a big deal that somebody purchased your book. It's a big deal that your book is impactful and that it is changing someone's life. And so with that, you have to be sure that you are giving your book its fair chance. And what that means is asking people to leave a review. And so this could look like posting on social media and saying, hey, thank you so much to those who purchased a copy of blah, blah, blah. Please leave a review. And then, so of course, you probably have already done that step. However, with that, you want to do something which I'll actually show you and walk through in just a bit, of how to give them a direct review link, because it's not enough just to ask for the review. You also want to make it easy for people. Folks are busy, they're tired, they're exhausted from work, they have all this stuff going on. The kids, you might hear mine in the background. Grandma is on duty, but people are busy, and it's not that they don't want to give you a review. They just simply either forgot, or they just didn't take a moment to do it. They might have ran out of time. And so do not be bashful when it comes to asking for the review. Now, I'll talk about ways to ask for it, not directly as well, because I know, like I said, some folks are introverted. They don't want to do that. But all right, Christina said she absolutely did not want to ask for reviews. Yeah, it's a very common thing that I'm seeing. And I think because I'm more of an introvert, and I'm someone who I'm not ashamed, but basically I'm going to say, okay, what I need is I need some more reviews. And so I'm going to find ways to do that. And you should be like that too, if that's your goal, to get reviews on Amazon. We know the power of reviews, of how pretty much because Amazon is the world's largest bookstore, also the world's largest retailer. Even if somebody is not purchasing your book off of Amazon directly, let's say they want to support you on your site or they want to get your book in a bookstore or at a festival, whatever the case may be, they still are going to refer back to Amazon for your book. And so you really want to make it so that you can get as many reviews as possible so that people can rest assured that your book is a quality product. So one way to ask for them is to look back at the people who either during your launch process or whenever the case may be, whenever someone got your book and they commented and they sent you a DM or they sent you a text message or they said, oh my God, I love this book, or I bought your book for a baby shower gift. And so my first book, New Mom Thoughts, Real Questions for Moms with Real Feelings, is a book that I wrote for myself because I didn't find what I needed out in the marketplace having a pandemic baby when the pandemic had just started as a first time mom. Oh, wow, global pandemic, anxiety through the roof. And then also on top of that, having everything with the murder of George Floyd and all the civil unrest and things like that. And so I just needed a place to process my thoughts as a new mom. So anyway, wrote the guided journal. And there are people who send me messages and there's people that leave reviews and they say, oh my gosh, this is what I buy for new moms. So when I go to baby showers, your book is the go-to gift that I give them. And so when people send that, I say, oh my goodness, please leave a review. Please let people know that, because it's not necessarily just that the book is for the person who is doing the purchasing. Books can also be something that's very giftable. And so asking folks when they say those things to you about your book, let them know, oh my goodness, it would mean the world to me if you just took 5 seconds to copy what you said. You can literally copy and paste this text message and go ahead and put it on Amazon and it would be amazing. And so that's a great way to get reviews as well. And if they're like, I don't even remember what I said, scroll back in the conversation. If it's been some time, I've done this. I've had sorority sisters where I went back and I was like, oh wait, I want to ask her if she can leave a review. So go back in the conversation, copy what they said, put it back in the present text, in the present conversation, and send it to them and say, you can adjust this, you can edit it, but please, when you get a chance, please leave a review. So don't be afraid to ask for the review. That's my first tip. And one caveat with that. When you're asking folks, well, a couple caveats, you have to be sure that you are not saying leave a 5-star review. That's against Amazon's policies. Your review will either get blocked or the person could possibly not even be able to leave additional reviews. There's been some stories of ARC readers, which are advanced reader copy folks, who have gotten their ability to leave reviews taken off of Amazon. So they can't even leave any more reviews on anything because of that kind of language. So you cannot say, give me a 5-star review. That's not how this works. You would hope that somebody would give you a 5-star review. However, you can't dictate that that's what they're going to do or say. The way that you can go around that is make sure you have a quality book, a quality product, making sure that you're getting the self-publishing support that you need, the marketing support that you need from somebody like myself or another or another company before publishing your book. Also, you cannot get reviews from people that are close to you. And Amazon does not exactly elaborate on what exactly that means. They have wording that essentially the author community has assumed it to say that basically people that live in your household should not be leaving your review. And I'm going to say take that how you would like to take it because once again, if that happens, then Amazon will either just not post their review or they'll take it down or something of that sort. So if you have somebody who is somewhat close to you, use good judgment and just understand that review might not be posted. Because obviously, even though your mother loves you, those are not the kind of reviews that Amazon wants on the site. Hey, Shawnee. I can't see what you posted. It might be a GIF. I'm on a separate software, so it might not show me what it is. But thanks for tuning in. Okay, so next. So once again, you cannot say in exchange for a review. You cannot say that. You can say, it would mean the world to me if you left an honest review, or I would really appreciate your opinion on my book, or your review helps other people to know that this is a good fit book for them. Something like that. You can say any kind of other wording like that, just not in exchange for, anything like that. All right, now, so in order to make it easier for folks to leave you a review, you want to do what's called sending them the direct review link. And this is not a name that Amazon made up. I just made it up because I don't know that they have a name for this. But there's a way to send a link that will direct them exactly to the place within your book's listing where they can just leave a review. So instead of just saying to the person, please leave a review on Amazon, you want to send them this link when you're making that request. So if you're posting this on social media and asking for reviews, if you're sending out an email and asking for reviews, anything like that, you want to attach this link to it. And the reason for that is because, let's think about it. Amazon is the largest store in the world, and they have 50, 11 products on there. And if you ask somebody to do it, you're asking them to, one, go find your book on Amazon, hoping that they're not going to get distracted by what was already in their cart. Two, you're asking them to be able to navigate the page within the book's link to be able to leave you a review, and then actually go through the review process. Now, so I'm going to show you how to actually do that, and I do have a video over on YouTube that already walks through this. So if you need to look back at this later, you can. And let me see if my fancy tech will allow me to show you the right thing that I want to show you. And so let's see. One moment. Okay, so this is the link over on YouTube. So if you go to my YouTube channel, Shep Publishing, then you'll be able to find the actually I want to do this one. This is the one I want. There we go. Okay. You'll be able to find the link to it, and it's this one right here. So how to get more reviews on Amazon, but I'm actually going to walk you through that process. And if you're watching over on Instagram, it may potentially move out of frame for you. And so hopefully you're still able to see this, and I will check for you. Okay, perfect. All right. So now on Amazon, I just have my book pulled up. This is not the book that has the 200 reviews. This is my most recent cookbook. The one I was talking to you about that has the 222 reviews is right here. So, and 4.5 stars, not bad. So anyway, okay, so you would find your book on Amazon, and then this is showing how to get your direct review link. So you'll find your book on Amazon, and then let me make this a little wider. Okay, you will go to either up here and click where it says ratings, and it'll shoot you down here, or you can just zoom further down, and you're going to click write a customer review. Now, this is the page that you want to send to your people. And so you'll just copy the URL from the top, add your little blurb, say, hey, can you leave a review? And then, okay, thanks, perfect, Christina, for letting me know you can see this. So add this to it. And so they can add their review. Obviously, I'm not going to add one because this is my book. And that's another thing to not do on Amazon, because they do not take kindly to that. Leaving reviews on your own books. So this is a way to make it so that it's very easy for someone to actually go through that process, because they're not having to search through anything else, anything of that sort. It's just something where it's to the point. And you might be thinking, okay, well, this is my book and it's on my account. But what will happen is when they are logged in, it'll take them to their stuff. So it'll take them into their Amazon account. Now, with that, you want to also be mindful that the person has to have bought at least $50 worth of items, I believe, within the last calendar year. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember offhand. It's either the last calendar year or the last 6 months. So if someone's trying to leave a review and they're not able to, it is because they have not purchased enough items to be able to leave a review. And so that's a very important point, because obviously people are not going to be able to leave one for you if they haven't done that. So if this is making sense to you, drop a 1 in the comments and let me know. And then I'll move on to the next point to show you, or the next ideas of how to get more reviews. And so if you're like, I've already done the other ones and they still are not working, I'm going to show you some ways to automate your review process, meaning that making it so that you can get, your reviews on the back end without you having to consistently ask for them. And I do want to switch screens one moment. Let me see. Oh, hold on just a moment. Sorry. All this tech. Okay, there we go. So the next way to get more reviews is to automate the process. And if you're not sure what that means, automating means that you are doing something or you're using software potentially to automatically have something happen. And so in this case, one way you can do that is to build in different review request options within your book. And so that could look like adding a dedicated page within your book. I tend to do it towards the back of my book and suggested to my clients to do it in theirs. And it's a dedicated page that simply asks for a review. And on that page, I would add a QR code that leads them to that direct review link page. And so for that, it makes it so that it's easy for, once again, somebody can use their phone, their smart device to scan that QR code and be taken directly to the review page. On that page, I also generally add some wording that's like, if you've enjoyed this book, please take a chance to leave a review. Or if this book has blessed you, if it's like a faith-based book, then can you refer this book to a friend? And so then I might also add a QR code to the main purchase page, because in that way they're able to actually buy the book. And it's something where it's an easy process. All of these are going to be things that are easy processes for the person leaving a review, because that's going to increase the likelihood that they are going to actually leave you a review. We want to make it easy for the person, because if they are spending all this extra time trying to get their review to you, then they're going to be less likely to actually do it. So that's one tip to automate the review process, is to insert a page into your manuscript specifically asking for reviews. And you might be thinking, okay, well, my book's already out. If you're self-published, that's one of the beautiful things about self-publishing is that you have the opportunity and the freedom to be able to make those adjustments. And so if you need to add a page into your book, depending upon the size of your book, you might be able to do that without getting a new cover. You might be able to do it by just simply editing your PDF. And if you're not savvy at doing that, you could hire someone else to do it. And it's not something that is a relatively expensive cost, because you're really just adjusting that one page. Or if your book already has some space where it could fit within the existing pages. So sometimes people might put it on the copyright page. Others might put it on an existing page in the back that was already blank. Use that. Get creative. You don't have to make it something where it's a huge thing. However, adding that in your book is always going to be something that just makes it easier for someone to leave your review. Next, another way to automate the process of requesting reviews or getting more reviews is to schedule a post on social media asking people to leave a review. Now, this would be something that I would encourage you to use that direct review link that I just shared with you. And if you're watching this on replay, then I'll also put on YouTube, I'll put the little card so you can see which video I'm talking about. But doing this, you can use automation software to make sure that it's something that happens where you're not really thinking about it, because it can be a lot to try to remember, oh, I need to ask people for reviews. And so with that, sites like Metricool, which I'll link in the description of this video, is a great one. Using Meta Business Suite, so Facebook Business Suite, that's a free tool that you can use if you have a business page. You can schedule out posts. If your Facebook page is in professional mode, you can also do that. If you have a group that's dedicated to your book, then you can also do what's called Admin Assist on Facebook. And what it will do is there are posts that you can set up and you can have it say whatever you want it to say. In this case, you might say something like, thanks so much for those of you who have already left a review. If you haven't yet, please go ahead and follow the link in the comments to be able to leave a review on this book and let me know what you think. And so for that, that's something that's also going to be beneficial, because you're not going to have to worry about it. And you can set it up at a certain cadence. So it could be like once a month, you ask people to leave you a review. And that can make it so that you don't feel as like you're being salesy or being like annoying, even though you're not being annoying, because you're just asking a simple request. And if people don't do it, no big deal. People are not miffed or annoyed that you asked them to leave a review. That's kind of your internal thoughts that are telling you that. Don't worry about it. And the people that are annoyed about it, then you don't want them to leave you a review anyway, because their review will probably not be wouldn't be a positive thing. Then one tactic that I love to do is actually screenshot existing reviews and then post those. And if I'm Facebook friends with a person, tag that person. Now, this can get a little hairy, because some people have kind of speculated that if you're Facebook friends with somebody, then Amazon might not approve that post. But I haven't found that to be true. So that's something. And I mean, if you're concerned about that, you can make the post private or not private. You can just make it friends only. So literally just with your phone screenshotting or on your computer, screenshotting some of the existing reviews that you have and writing a little blurb. Like, I'm actually going to read out one way that I did this, and it wasn't even with an Amazon review. It was just a review that somebody put inside one of my groups. And then I later asked her, can you put this on Amazon? And so this is in my Daniel Fast Facebook group. And so this is somebody who was responding to one of my posts. And she said, I'm doing the Daniel Fast again. I messed up the last time and I fell off hard, but I'm on day 16. I'm doing so much better. Things are really changing in my life. Thank you, Father, like Father God. I'm grateful for you, Chef Ashley Shep, me. This has been what I needed in so many ways. The devotional is something I look forward to each day. The journaling is so important to me. And even more important, I feel healthier and better overall. Now, if you're not familiar, this book is about fasting from certain food. My book, the one that I said that got over 200 reviews is the one I'm referencing. We're at 222 reviews. And I say my sister and I, but I'm at 222 reviews. And so she is sharing this, that her changing and eating habits and using my devotional is making these positive impacts in her life. And so she goes on to say some other things, but basically she said that she's going to eat like this moving forward. And so then I took that as an opportunity to then recommend my cookbook as well, because it matches it. So not only is this an opportunity for me to ask her, hey, can you leave that review on Amazon? Can I screenshot this review and repost it? Which I did with her permission. And then it was something where I was able to ask her to leave. So let me take a step back. I asked her to leave a review on Amazon. She's going to. I provided her with the direct review link, so that way it's easy for her to do it. And then also I'm able to actually take what she said and share it out. So it was in a group. I shared it outside of a group on my business page. And I'm also going to share it on my personal page to really just build up more of the what's the word I'm looking for? To build up more of the excitement for the book. And so, like I said, this book came out in 2020, December 2020. And it's something where sharing reviews, even simply a screenshot, can make it so that people feel more connected. New audiences are introduced to the book. And it also encourages others to leave more reviews. So they might say, oh, okay, Danny, she left this review. Like, dang, I need to make sure I go leave my review because it's blessed her. Like, I want to make sure that I'm sharing too. Or people who haven't had the book, they are going to say, okay, well, I need to go check out this book because she left a review. So screenshotting reviews that people leave on Amazon is perfectly fine. It's a public platform, so that aspect is not something you have to worry about from a privacy standpoint. And then also screenshotting things that people send you. And if you are concerned about privacy, because if it's a secret, so like if it's a direct message or if it's a text message, you do want to get their permission and say, can I share this? And some people might say, I don't want you to put my name or my face on it. And so you can blur it out on the apps on your phone. If you have an iPhone, it's use the markup feature. It's directly built into the photo app. And then you're still able to show that information. Or if they're like, well, I don't even want you to share a screenshot, then you could copy and paste the wording that's there and then share that. And that's also built into your phone. There's a feature on iPhones, at least. I don't know about y'all Android, sorry. But y'all probably have it because Android gets stuff before Apple does. There's a feature that's built in where you can actually copy text from a picture. So then that's something you could turn into a graphic on Canva. You can share like, oh, okay, Danny from blah, blah, blah shared this about the book. Go check it out. Leave a review. And so all of those are going to be things that help spread awareness about your book, and they help increase the reviews that you are going to have on Amazon. But do keep in mind that you can have reviews outside of the platform and they still are going to be beneficial and still result in more Amazon sales and more Amazon reviews. So hopefully this has been helpful for you. Please let me know in the comments which strategy you are going to try to increase your reviews. And if you are looking for more ways to sell more books on Amazon, meaning like you wake up to sleeper sales when you're sleeping, getting bulk book orders, and learning book marketing basics, then I invite you to join my summer sales and master. Let me start. I invite you to join my summer sales and marketing masterclass series. It's a set of 4 different classes, and we'll focus on those 4 topics that I just mentioned. So book orders, book marketing 101, so book marketing basics, understanding who your ideal reader is, and then waking up to sleeper sales on Amazon. And at the time of this recording, each class is $99, or if you buy 3, then you get 1 free. So all 4 classes for $300. And if you're watching this after the recording, then the link will still work. It'll still be available. The price will likely change. However, it's still going to be beneficial for you to be able to understand how to sell more books. So thank you so much for your time, and have a good one.